What is up, YouTube? Back in Madden 23. If you like Madden 23 rebuilds, then you came to the right place. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, make some suggestions in the comments down below of other types of rebuilds you want to see. I might feature your comment in an upcoming video. Zach Attack 22 said, can you do a Bears rebuild? So today we're going to be rebuilding the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is the most important part of this offense, most definitely. He's 23 years old, 77 overall with star dev. He has 92 throw power, 82 deep accuracy, 79 medium accuracy, and 85 short accuracy, 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 93 agility. So I decided to try to feature his talents the best that I could. So I'm going to be switching to the Baltimore Ravens offensive playbook, try to get the most running yards we can out of him, while still being able to throw the ball. They do have two really good running backs over here. Wide receivers, Darnell Mooney seems like he's pretty good. I mean, he's still young, so he still has plenty of time to develop. Chase Claypool, basically like a tight end out here playing wide receiver. Offensive line is pretty young all around. Cody Whitehair's like 30 years old, so he's the oldest guy on the team, but Jenkins looks like he's going to be a pretty good offensive lineman. Cole Kmet, 78 overall star dev at tight end. I mean, we just got to do a lot of rebuilding on the offensive line and just the team in general. On the defense, they actually have some pretty good young corners and safeties, with Jackson being, I think, 26. Oh, he's 28, my bad. So he's a little bit older, but he's still 86 overall. Star dev, yeah. But yeah, they need some linebackers. They need some defensive linemen. They need some pass rushers, but they're pretty much set with safety at Brisker. Gordon is 74 overall, but I believe that he is 22 years old. Yeah, rookie, 22 years old. So I'm going to try to let the corners develop at least a season or two. Try to focus on getting defensive linemen, pass rushers. We definitely need to get a good tackling middle linebacker. And we definitely need to get some pass rushers like fast. Looking at the schemes, offensively we're going with the West Coast power run. 77% scheme fit is the highest. And we're going with the base 4-3 on defense, 100%. Like I said, we're switching to the Baltimore Ravens offensive playbook. And then defensively, I'm going with the 49ers base 4-3 scheme. At the midseason point, we're off to a horrendous start as expected. We're 1-6, last in the division. The Packers are 4-3, the Lions are 3-3, and the Vikings are 2-4. See what players we have to negotiate with here. We have 151 million in cap space. I definitely want to bring David Montgomery back. 25 years old, 84 overall with star dev. Wants a 5-year deal for about 30 mil. Offer that to him. He's coming back. Dante Pettis, moving on from him. A lot of these guys we're going to be moving on with them. N'Keal Harry, wow, not even going to say anything about him. Riley Reef, 33 years old, pass. St. Brown, he's 25. He's only a 71 overall with normal dev. We're going to be going out with the old and in with the new like crazy in this rebuild. Sitting here at week 11, and we have a breakout opportunity for Justin Fields at quarterback. So let's see if we got it. We won the game 23-21, and he did not get it. Dang it. End of the regular season, we finished 4-13, last in the division. The Packers went 11-6, the Lions went 7-10, and the Vikings went 6-11. See what happened with the player stats over here. We had the 32nd ranked offense. That's lovely. Defensively, 31st, so we're basically the worst team. Justin Fields threw for 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 58% completion with the 86 rating. But he did have 700 yards rushing, 4.1 per carry with 6 touchdowns. David Montgomery, 1,100 yards, 4.3 per carry with 19 touchdowns. Nice. Khalil Herbert, almost 200 yards, 3.8 per carry with 3 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney led the team in receiving yards, 780 with 4 touchdowns. Chase Claypool, 700 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. And St. Brown, almost 300 yards with 1 touchdown. Going to be changing the offensive scheme. Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens offense ain't working. Matthew Adams led the team in tackles with 117. Gibson had 20 TFLs, nice. And he had 9 sacks, led the team. Jones had 4 sacks. Muhammad had 2.5. Dane Cruikshank, I'm not sure how you say his name. Cruikshank? I don't even know. He had 2 interceptions. Matthew Adams had 2 interceptions. Kyler Gordon had 2. Brisker, Johnson, Morrow, and Jackson had 1. The Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl 27-21 to win their 3rd Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Matthew Stafford won MVP of the regular season with the Rams. Robert Saleh won Coach of the Year with the Jets. Zeke Elliott won Offensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Von Miller won Defensive Player of the Year with the Bills. Christian Watson won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Packers. And Aiden Hutchinson won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Lions. Riley Reef retired from the right tackle position after 11 years. We have $163 million in cap space, and I can honestly say that I'm not interested in bringing any of these people back at all. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. As you can see, everyone's morale is down like -2 or -1 because they're all mad that we're not winning games, which I mean, I understand. But we're set at quarterback, we're set at running back, could use a third receiver, definitely need a couple offensive linemen for sure. Defensively, we pretty much need everything that's not defensive backs. Gordon jumped up to star dev, that's good to see. Johnson and Ojemudia are both star dev. Jackson and Brisker. So yeah, we need linebackers, pass rushers, defensive linemen. I did spend some money in free agency, but I didn't want to go crazy with it. We're getting Josh Allen, outside linebacker. Obviously he's a pass rusher, so we're gonna be moving him to defensive end. He's 86 overall, star dev, 26 years old, got him on a huge 6-year deal. Dalvin Tomlinson at defensive tackle, 81 overall, star dev, scheme fit. And also getting Cody Barton and David Long to be linebackers for us. Want to move one of them to outside linebacker. Here we are in the first round. We have pick number 3. The Texans took Bryce Young number 1, and then the Seahawks took CJ Stroud number 2. So lucky for us, we get the best pass rusher, Will Anderson, true top 5 talent, got him 100% scouted. 21 years old from Alabama. He has elite acceleration, great agility, elite change of direction, elite jumping, elite speed, and good strength. Welcome to the Bears. Hidden dev with 87 speed. Nice. Here in the second round, I'm going to draft this defensive tackle, Mazi Smith from Michigan. He's 6'2", 337 pounds, run stopping, scheme fit. Only have him 50% scouted. 21 years old, but he looks like a great athlete. He has great acceleration, good agility, great change of direction, elite jumping with good speed and great strength. He has hidden dev with 92 strength. Third round, I'm going to draft this center. I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. He's from Michigan, 6'3", 307 pounds. He's a power scheme fit, having 65% scouted. He's 23 years old. Good acceleration, agility, and change of direction with solid jumping speed and strength. And he has hidden dev also with 85 strength. Fourth round, I'm going to draft this cornerback, Travius Hodges Tomlinson from TCU. He's 5'9", 177 pounds. He's a slot archetype. Only have him 50% scouted. He's 22 years old. He skipped the combine and the pro day, but he has good agility with solid speed. Man coverage between A to a C with C zone coverage. Normal dev with 90 speed. Fifth round, I'm going to draft this free safety, Jair Brown from Penn State. He's 5'11", 208 pounds, zone scheme fit, only having 50% scouted. He's 22 years old, good acceleration, solid agility, and change of direction with solid speed and strength. He has hidden dev, dang, 88 speed. First round pick, Will Anderson is a 78 overall. We saw that he has hidden dev, and he has 87 speed, 78 tackle, 81 hit power, 92 acceleration. 72 power moves and 80 finesse moves. Second round pick, Mazi Smith is a 70 overall at defensive tackle. He has hidden dev. He'll probably be starting for us right away. Even though these guys are like 68 to 70, maybe even like a 69 corner or whatever, these type of guys are going to be starting for us, or at least getting a lot of playing time because the roster is just so bad. Check out the entire NFL draft recap. Bryce Young went number 1 to the Texans, 76 overall. Highest in the whole draft, Bijan Robinson, 80 overall running back that went to the Bengals. This is what the team is looking like for the start of season 2. Justin Fields is a 79 with star dev. Montgomery is a 85 with star. Mooney is a 81. Claypool is a 79. Offensive line is starting to get a little bit better, I guess. I'm moving this guy to right tackle to start since he has hidden dev. Defensively is where we made the most changes. We brought in Dalvin Tomlinson, drafted Will Anderson Jr. We also brought in Josh Allen in free agency, but he's out for 7 weeks right now apparently. Well, I guess it's a good thing we have Gibson. I think I'm going to end up making Smith the starter at defensive tackle just to try to develop him. So I'll probably end up trading away Jones. The linebackers got a lot better. We brought in David Long and Cody Barton. Jackson's a 87, Brisker's a 79, Gordon's a 76, Johnson's a 84, and then Ojemudia is a 72. I put the defensive tackle Justin Jones up for trade, and the Broncos are willing to give me KJ Hamler, wide receiver. We could use a third wide receiver, so I'm definitely going to do this trade. Changing the offensive playbook from the Ravens to Kansas City. It's a West Coast power run, but it's going to be focusing more on passing instead of running, so we're going to try to develop Justin Fields as more of a pocket passing quarterback with his ability to run like Patrick Mahomes at the same time. Here at the midseason point, we're 4-3. We're off to a way better start than I thought we would be. The Packers are 6-0, the Lions are 4-3, and the Vikings are 1-5. See what players we have to negotiate with. We have 142 million in cap space. Jalen Johnson, 24 years old, 85 overall, scheme fit, star dev. Definitely want to bring him back, and he has interest. Wants a 5-year deal for about 60 mil. And he turned it down. He said he wants some more years. All right. Dalvin Tomlinson, I'm gonna wait till the end of the year and see if I want to bring him back. Darnell Mooney, definitely want to bring him back. He wants a 3-year deal. Yeah, let's just offer it to him. All right, he's coming back. Cole Kmet, tight end, definitely want to bring him back. 24 years old, 81 with scheme fit, star dev. He wants a 4-year deal for about 32 mil. Coming back, nice. KJ Hamler, we just traded for him, but I'm gonna wait till the end of the year and see. Maybe he'll jump up to star dev. Chase Claypool, I know they traded for him in real life, so might as well go ahead and re-sign him. 25 years old, star dev. He doesn't have a lot of interest, so I'm gonna bump him up to a 4-year deal. And he's coming back. Time to look at the dev trait reveals. The right tackle has star dev, that's good. Defensively, Anderson has superstar, and Smith has superstar too, the defensive tackle. Holy crap. Man, we just completely upgraded this whole defensive line in one off season. Advance to the next week, I'm gonna try to re-sign Jalen Johnson again. We offered him a 5-year deal and turned it down. He said he wanted more years, so let's go 6 years. And he's coming back, nice. End of the regular season, we finished 10-7 and we made it to the playoffs. We actually won the division, even though the Packers went 10-7. So I guess we had the tiebreaker. The Lions went 8-9 and the Vikings went 5-12. Madden is so funny, man. This team is 81 overall, making it to the playoffs. I had teams that were 90 overall with 90 offense, 90 defense, and missed the playoffs. Checking out the player stats for the season. We had the 6th ranked offense. Justin Fields thrived in this Kansas City offensive playbook. Defensively 18th, so way better than 31 last year. Justin Fields threw for 4,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 63% completion with the 103 rating, so that was a great season from him. David Montgomery, 1,100 yards, 4.4 per carry, 9 touchdowns. Khalil Herbert, 300 yards, 3.5 per carry with 8 touchdowns. KJ Hamler led the team in yards with 1,075, 9 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Tight end Cole Kmet, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Chase Claypool was almost at 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. David Long led the team in tackles with 139. Dalvin Tomlinson had 16 TFLs. Josh Allen and Will Anderson both had 8 sacks. And then Dalvin Tomlinson had 2.5. Gibson had 2. Mozzie Smith only had 1. David Long, the linebacker, also led the team in interceptions with 4, along with Jalen Johnson. Ojemudia had 2. Brisker had 2. Barton, Sam Warren, and Jackson had 1. We're going to be playing against division rival Green Bay Packers. They went 10-7 on the year, just like us. We also have the Panthers against the Cardinals, the Eagles against the Rams, and then the 49ers had a first round bye week. We lost to the Packers 34-20. They knocked us out of the playoffs. The Rams beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl 20-14 to win their 3rd Super Bowl. Devin Bush won Super Bowl MVP with the Rams. What the heck? So he got traded there or something, I guess. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Doug Peterson won Coach of the Year with the Jaguars. Deebo Samuel won Offensive Player of the Year with the 49ers. Zaven Collins won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cardinals. Never seen that. Bryce Young won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Texans. And our boy Will Anderson won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Bears. I wanted to check out Zaven Collins' stats for the year since he won Defensive Player of the Year. He had 138 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, 4.5 sacks with 6 interceptions. And that's a pretty good season. We have 140 million in cap space. I'm going to try to bring Dalvin Tomlinson back. He has interest in coming back. He's still 81 overall. Scheme fit with star dev, 30 years old. I'm just going to offer him the deal that we're going to... Oh, he wants to go to a new team. Never mind. KJ Hamler, I know he just led the team in yards receiving, but I'm going to see if I can get us a better wide receiver. Travis Gibson went down to normal dev. Ojemudia, I'm going to see if I can upgrade that 3rd cornerback spot. And everyone else I'm going to be moving on from. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Justin Fields jumped up to superstar dev, and so did Cole Kmet, so that's awesome to see. On the offensive line, we pretty much just need a center. I think that we need a legit number 1 receiver that's like a 90 or better. I think that would take the offense to a new level. Defensively, we need to try to get another defensive tackle. And we could use an upgrade on the outside linebacker spot here. And we could use another corner, probably like, I think we need like a 90 overall corner. Mozzie Smith lost his superstar dev and went down to star. I don't understand how this happens, Madden. Can you please explain? Free agency actually went pretty well for us. I was able to get CD Lamb at wide receiver, 93 overall, star dev, 25 years old, got him on a 5-year deal. Also getting Trayvon Diggs at cornerback, 91 overall, 26 years old with superstar dev, got him on a 3-year deal. Christian Wilkins was a defensive end, but I moved him to defensive tackle, 315 pounds, he's a 90 overall star dev, scheme fit, 28 years old, got him on a 4-year deal, and also got us a kicker. Picking up the 5th-year option for Justin Fields is a no-brainer. Here at the very beginning of the draft, and I have my favorites list set up here. We have a true top 5 talent left tackle that's an agile guy. He's not a scheme fit. Our scheme fit is power. So these are the guys that I have set up here. I don't have this guy 100% scouted or this guy 100% scouted, but we have pick number 19. I'm just going to simulate to pick 19, and then if any of these guys are still on there, then we'll go from there. Here in the first round at pick number 19, and all those guys are still on here besides that left tackle that was a true top 5. So I'm kind of having a little bit of a dilemma on what to do here. We need an offensive lineman, but at the same time, this linebacker, I only have him 90% scouted, but he looks freaking awesome. 22 years old. He has elite acceleration with elite speed. Know for sure he has A block shed, A hit power, A play rec, A pursuit, A tackle, B zone coverage. And then the other guy that I was thinking about getting is this left guard, Kyle Reeves. Only have him 95% scouted. He's 21 years old, and he has great acceleration, elite change of direction, elite strength with good speed. Know for sure he has A awareness, A impact, A lead block, A run block. I think that I'm going to go ahead and take the linebacker because we don't have any elite linebacker. So yeah, I talked myself into it. Hugh Westbrook, he's a 6 foot, 231 pounds, 22 years old from Vanderbilt. He's a run stopper, physical player who delivers bone crushing hits. Awesome. He has elite acceleration, good change of direction, good jumping, elite speed with good strength. He has hidden dev with 86 speed. Here in the second round, I'm going to take this right guard, Easton Short from Texas A&M. He's 6'3", 336 pounds, power scheme fit. Only having 50% scouted. 23 years old, but he has elite change of direction with good speed and elite strength. Normal dev with 92 strength. In the third round, and there's still a cornerback here that I have 100% scouted. That's a true first round talent. I don't know how he fell down this far, but I'm definitely going to take him. Frank Jones from Iowa. He's 6'1", 181 pounds, man-to-man scheme fit, 22 years old, elite acceleration, good agility, good jumping, good speed. And he has hidden dev too. Awesome. Fourth round, I'm going to take this free safety, Clarence Stanton from Middle Tennessee State. He's 5'9", 203 pounds, zone scheme fit, 23 years old, great acceleration with solid change of direction, good jumping. He has B zone coverage. 84 speed, what the heck, yeah, he's slow as hell. Fifth round, I'm going to draft this outside linebacker, Jason Van Buren from South Carolina. He's 6'1", 231 pounds, run stop and scheme fit. Only having 50% scouted. He's 22 years old. He has good change of direction with great speed and good strength. Normal dev with 85 speed. First round pick, Hugh Westbrook, is a 76 overall, so I think we did a good thing by drafting him. I'm going to end up moving him to middle linebacker. 22 years old, he has hidden dev. He has 86 tackle, 83 hit power, 86 speed. Yeah, this dude's legit. Was he like Roquan Smith Jr. over here? And second round pick, Easton Short, the guard, is a 73 overall. He only had normal dev, but he'll probably end up starting for us because I didn't sign a lineman in free agency. Third round pick, Frank Jones, is a 76 overall with hidden dev, cornerback that was supposed to be a first round pick. Well, I mean, we got him 100% scouted. He was a true first round talent. We got lucky as heck that we got him 91 speed, 74 man coverage, 69 zone coverage. Rest of the guys are all going to be backups. Check out the entire NFL draft recap. Number 1 pick was a 76 left tackle that went to the Buccaneers. Highest in the whole class was an 81 strong safety that went to the Vikings. What the starting lineup is looking like for season 3, Justin Fields is up to 81 overall with superstar dev. Montgomery's 87 with star. We brought CD Lamb in free agency as our true number 1 receiver, 94 overall with star dev. That moves Claypool into the slot. Mooney's 84 with star dev. I got the offensive lineman I drafted starting at left guard. I moved Whitehair to center. Cole Kmet, superstar dev, 84 overall at tight end. Defensively, I moved Westbrook to middle linebacker, so now we have Long and Barton at outside linebacker spots. Brought Christian Wilkins in and free agency. He's a 92 at defensive tackle. We got Trayvon Diggs and Johnson. We got Jones here, the corner I got in the 3rd round. He's a 76 with hidden div. We also have Gordon here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and keep both of them and see how things go to the midseason point, and then we can figure out if we want to try to trade Gordon or not. Jackson's 86 at free safety, and Brisker's a 81 at strong safety. Here at the midseason point, we're not off to the greatest start. We're 3-4. The Packers are 5-1. The Lions are 3-4, and the Vikings are 2-4. See what players we have to negotiate with. We have 81 million in cap space. Eddie Jackson, 30 years old. Want to wait till the end of the year. He's probably going to start regressing some. Tevin Jenkins, definitely want to bring him back. Doesn't have any interest, so we're going to have to offer him probably a 4-year deal. See what he says. He's coming back. Matt Gay at kicker, probably try to bring him back. He's coming back on a 1-year deal. Cody White here at center, 32 years old. I'm going to wait till the end of the year. He's probably going to regress pretty hard. He might even lose his star dev. Khalil Herbert, backup running back. I'll go ahead and bring him back. He's 26 years old, 3 years, 10 mil. Doesn't have a ton of interest, but I'll bump him up to a 4-year deal. And he wants more. Might have to move on from him. Jack Sanborn, probably don't need him anymore. Johnson, don't need him anymore. Borum, don't need him anymore. End of the regular season, we finished 6-11. Definitely did not make the playoffs. The Bears went 12-5. The Lions went 9-8, and the Vikings went 4-13. The reason why I'm showing it to you like this is because Madden is slowly falling apart as I'm recording this rebuild. Oh, now it wants to have the standings on there. Whenever I was first trying to record, it didn't have the standings down there at all. But also, if you see where it has the overall 87, it's supposed to be a graphic back there of the Chicago Bears, but it's not there because Madden's just falling apart. Looking at the season stats, we had a 32nd ranked offense. What the heck, man? How did we regress so hard? Defense is getting better. We're up to 11th. Justin Fields, 3,800 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, 57% completion, 82 rating. That's the worst season he's had by far. David Montgomery, almost 1,000 yards, 4.1 per carry with 14 touchdowns. Khalil Herbert, 200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Chase Claypool had 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 790 yards, 3 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney, almost 500 yards with 5 touchdowns. David Long had the most tackles with 132. Where's our middle linebacker at? 56 tackles. All right. Christian Wilkins had 22 TFLs, and Josh Allen had 21. And we got a crap ton of sacks. Josh Allen had 16. Will Anderson had 13, Christian Wilkins had 12.5, and then Mozzie Smith had 3. David Long had 4 interceptions, Jalen Johnson had 4, Trayvon Diggs had 4, Cody Barton had 3, Eddie Jackson had 2, Brisker and Gordon both had 1. Our defense was out here balling for real with all these sacks and interceptions. The Lions beat the Titans in the Super Bowl 42-24 to win their first ever Super Bowl, and Aiden Hutchinson won Super Bowl MVP. That's crazy. Aaron Rodgers won MVP of the regular season with the Packers. Robert Saleh won Coach of the Year with the Jets. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year with the Giants. 87 million in cap space. I want to bring Eddie Jackson back. He is still at 86 overall despite being 31 years old. He's a scheme fit and he has star dev. I'll go ahead and throw him this 2-year deal. Let me bump it up just a little bit more because he doesn't have a ton of interest. Now he still wants to go to free agency. How much is it to franchise tag him? 18 million for 1 year. Whew, that's a lot. I mean, we do have the money though. Let's see what else we can do. Khalil Herbert, I'm not gonna bring him back. I tried to, he didn't want to. Cody White here, I'm gonna try to upgrade the offensive lineman for sure. I think that's the reason why the passing game went to crap this year. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and no, I'm not gonna franchise tag Eddie Jackson. I'm gonna get him in free agency. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. Justin Fields, 82 superstar. Cole Kmet jumped up to X Factor. Dang. All right, so we need to upgrade this offensive line for sure. We need to get at least 2 more guys in the 80s, maybe even 3, and replace this whole side right here. I think that's the reason why the passing game just went to straight crap. Defensively, Westbrook has star dev. We need to get Eddie Jackson back at free safety, but I see a whole bunch of superstars down here. Trayvon Diggs, superstar. Anderson, superstar. Wilkins, superstar. Allen, superstar. Johnson, superstar. Jones, that cornerback that we drafted, has star dev. Free agency, I was able to get Eddie Jackson back at free safety. He is 86 overall, 31 years old, star dev, scheme fit. Got him on a 2-year deal. Also get an Austin Corbett at right guard. He's 83 overall. I did try to get Trey Smith at right guard, offered him a ton of money. I gave him a 6-year deal for like $1 bajillion, and he was like, nope, want to go to Seattle. So my scouting that I did this year, I focused on offensive tackles and wide receivers, and you can see the wide receivers, there's a couple of them that are true top 5 talents up here. This guy is supposed to be a first round pick at right tackle, but he's actually a second to third rounder. This guy's a true first round left tackle. Here's another first to second rounder, another first to second rounder. So I really want to try to get a good offensive lineman, but it's just not looking so great, I guess. We have pick number 6. Those 2 wide receivers are gone, so I guess the only thing that we can do now is draft this left tackle, Adrian Stockton from Notre Dame. 6'6", 317 pounds. He's a pass protector, true first round talent. We just gotta hope that he's really good. 22 years old. He has good agility, great change of direction with good speed. He has hidden depth with 83 strength. Here in the second round, and there's a cornerback set in here. I mean, I know what you're thinking. You don't need a corner. You already have 4 of them. This is a second round right here, right? AJ Williamson, Fresno State, 6'1", 180 pounds, man-to-man scheme fit. Only having 65% scouted, 21 years old, but he has good in everything, elite jumping, solid speed, and solid strength. But he for sure has B man coverage, and his zone coverage is A to C. Can't pass him up, and he has A catching. Only normal depth. Here in the third round, I'm going to draft this free safety, Garrison Holloman from Tennessee, 5'9", 222 pounds. He's a hybrid guy, only having 50% scouted. He's 22 years old. He has elite agility with good jumping and great speed. Runs the fastest 40 in the whole class. And he has hidden depth with 92 speed. Eddie Jackson's getting up there in age, so he's probably going to start regressing fast, so we got to find a replacement for him. Fourth round, I'm going to draft this center, CJ Backus from Kansas State. He's 6'4", 318 pounds, power scheme fit, 22 years old. He has good acceleration, great agility, good change of direction with good speed. Normal depth with 79 strength. Fifth round, I'm going to draft this running back, Earl Bates from Nebraska. He's 6 foot, 210 pounds. He's a receiving back. We just lost Herbert, so we're going to need us a backup running back that can catch on third down. 22 years old. He has good agility, great jumping, decent speed, and decent strength. His catching is A. Normal dev, only 87 speed. Yikes. Checking out the draft recap, that left tackle we drafted is a 75 overall. That's freaking awesome. We really needed that. He is a hidden dev also. And then the corner I drafted in the second round that I couldn't pass up, he's a 74 overall. He only had normal dev, but that's pretty good pick for the second round. And then even better pick, third round free safety, 76 overall, and he has hidden dev. Freaking awesome. 92 speed, 76 zone coverage, man coverage is a 73. Yeah, he might even be able to play corner. I'm not gonna move him there, obviously. But yeah, Stockton is a hidden dev. We saw 22 years old, 87 strength with 74 run block, 77 pass block. Let's go check out the entire NFL draft. Number 1 pick was a quarterback that was 74 overall that went to the Dolphins. Highest in the whole draft was that wide receiver, 83 overall that went to the Vikings. And then a tight end was 81 that went to the Saints. And then an 80 overall wide receiver that went to the Falcons. And then after that, there's a pretty big drop off down to 76 to the free safety that we got in the third round. Nice. This is what the team is looking like for the start of season 4. Justin Fields is an 82 with superstar dev. Montgomery is an 88. CeeDee Lamb's a 95, Mooney is an 85, and then Claypool's an 82. On the offensive line, we brought in Austin Corbett. I moved him to center. I'm also moving Jones to left guard. And then the left tackle that we drafted in the first round is going to be starting for us over here, 75, hidden dev. Cole Kmet's 86 with X Factor. Defensively, we're looking pretty solid on defense. We got that free safety that we drafted in the third round is a 76 with hidden dev. Barton's at 82, Westbrook's at 78, Long's at 81. We got a bunch of superstar defensive linemen. I know we have like 16 cornerbacks here, so I'm probably going to end up trying to trade 1 or 2 of them to see if we can upgrade the offensive line spot. Wasn't able to find a trade that I liked whenever I did get offers for Gordon and Williamson, the corners, but I'm going to end up trading them in a 6th round pick to the Broncos for a 2nd round pick. The midseason point, we're off to a not so great start. Once again, we are 3-4, last in the division. The Vikings and the Lions are 5-2, and the Packers are 4-3. See what players we have to negotiate with. We have 78 million in cap space. We got to bring Justin Fields back. He's 26 years old, 83 overall with superstar div. He wants a 5-year deal for 141 mil. He has no interest in coming back, so we're gonna have to bump him up. 7-year deal. Said he could find a better team in free agency. Bro, really? How you gonna do us like that? Jaquan Brisker, 26 years old, 83 overall star div. Definitely want to bring him back. I'm gonna bump him up to a 4-year deal. He's coming back. Who else we got? Cody Barton, probably gonna move on from him. Braxton Jones, I'm not sure if I want to bring him back or not. Might try to upgrade his spot. End of the regular season, we finished 8-9, last in our division, missed the playoffs yet again. The Lions went 11-6, the Vikings went 10-7, and the Packers went 9-8. See what happened with the player stats. We had the number 26th ranked offense. It looks like Justin Fields actually had a crazy year. Defensively 28th, what the heck, man. Justin Fields, 4,300 yards passing, 44 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions, 66% completion with the 111 rating. That's freaking awesome. David Montgomery, almost 1,100 yards, 4.4 per carry, only 4 touchdowns. Justin Fields had 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cameron Peoples, I guess is our backup running back, had 3 touchdowns on 94 yards. Cole Kmet led the team in receiving yards with 1,044, 12 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney, 650 yards and 7 touchdowns. David Long led the team in tackles with 153. Josh Allen had 17 TFLs, and he had 15.5 sacks. Will Anderson had 11. Mozzie Smith had 6, and Christian Wilkins had 4.5. David Long had 3 interceptions along with Trayvon Diggs. Frank Jones had 2, Jalen Johnson had 2, and then Allen, Barton, Westbrook, and Jackson had 1 interception. Jaguars beat the Lions in the Super Bowl to win their first ever Super Bowl. Devin Lloyd won MVP of the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow won MVP of the regular season with the Bengals. Brandon Staley won Coach of the Year with the Chargers. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Joey Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year with the Chargers. We have 96 million in cap space. Justin Fields, we gotta bring him back. 27 years old, 84 overall with superstar div. We just offered him a 7-year deal, and he was like, "No, I'm good." Let's offer it to him again. He's not interested in signing. Well, guess what? We're gonna franchise tag you, so you don't have a freaking choice. 48 million for 1 year? Yeah, I'm gonna pay it. Who else do we got? Matt Gay, the kicker. He has no interest in coming back. We don't need Cody Barton. Braxton Jones, man, I'm gonna see if I can upgrade the offensive line in free agency. If not, we can always bring him back. Checking out the team's salaries, Eddie Jackson is 32 years old and he's all the way down to an 82 overall. He's on the last year of his deal because we signed him to a 2-year deal last year. He's gonna get 13 million this year, but if we cut him, we're gonna save 8 million. And that free safety I just drafted last year is already up to a 78, and he has star div. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and release Eddie Jackson. This is what the team is looking like before free agency. We got our $48 million quarterback, Justin Fields, 86 overall, superstar div. Montgomery at running back. We don't really need anything on offense, I guess. Maybe, no, we still got Claypool. He's injured for 13 weeks. So we don't need a wide receiver. Offensive line, we could use another left guard, but I'm liking where everything is at with the offensive line now. Cole Kmet still has X factor. Defensively, looking pretty good on the defensive line. I like the corners. Safety, we're going to go with Holloman and Brisker at strong safety. Linebackers, we could use another one here, outside linebacker. We got the best offensive lineman available in free agency, Ronnie Stanley. He's a 91 overall left tackle, 32 years old with superstar div. Also bringing in Deron Payne at defensive tackle. He's 87 overall, star div, scheme fit, 29 years old. Got the best kicker available, and also bringing in Cole Holcomb at middle linebacker, 82 overall. This is going to be the last year of the rebuild, so I'm going to trade my first this year, first next year, and a second this year to get Jalen Ramsey from the Rams. They want to give him up for all these picks. They're trying to get some of their draft picks back that they lost over the past few years. I want to try to upgrade the defense instantly. We're trying to win a Super Bowl this last year. Simulated the entire draft. The computer drafted the middle linebacker in the 2nd round, a wide receiver in the 3rd round, but the biggest thing they did was this running back in the 5th round is a 75 overall with hidden div, and he's a scheme fit power back. So he's definitely going to be the backup for us this last season. He has 83 break tackle, 90 speed. One overall pick in the whole draft was a 73 defensive end that went to the Broncos, so they definitely ruined that pick. There's 382 overalls. There's 82 overall wide receiver that went to the Eagles, 82 wide receiver that went to the Patriots, and an 82 free safety that went to the Jets. This is what the starting lineup looks like for the 5th and final season. Justin Fields is up to 84 with superstar Dev. Montgomery is 89 with star. Riddick, the running back that we drafted, is a 76 with hidden Dev. CeeDee Lamb's a 97 with star Dev. Claypool's a 84 with star Dev. Mooney's a 87 with star. Cole Kmet's a 90 with X Factor. Offensive line is the best it has ever been. The entire rebuild so far. Expecting big things from the offense this season. Defensive line is looking nasty. We brought in Deron Payne at defensive tackle. 89 overall with star Dev. Allen's a 89 with X Factor. Traded for Jalen Ramsey, 98 X Factor. And then we also have Stephon Diggs on the other side with Jalen Johnson in the slot. Secondary is freaking nasty. Holloman's gonna be starting for us at free safety. Brisker at strong safety is 84 with star. Then we got Holcomb, Long, and Westbrook at our linebackers. The midseason point, we are 5-2, off to a great start. The Lions are 5-1, Packers are 3-3, and the Vikings are 2-4. Simulating to the end of the season to see if we make it into the playoffs. End of the regular season, we finished 13-4, won the division, and we got a first round bye week. Finally getting our breakout season. The Vikings went 11-6, the Lions went 9-8, and the Packers went 7-10. See what happened with the player stats. We had the 5th ranked offense, nice. Now let me see a top 5 defense. Number 10 ranked defense, I'll still take it. Justin Fields threw for 4,600 yards, 43 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions, 66% completion with a 119 rating. That's definitely MVP type numbers right there. David Montgomery had his best season yet, 1,400 yards rushing, 5 yards per carry with 17 touchdowns, awesome. CeeDee Lamb, 1,100 yards with 11 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney almost had 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Chase Claypool, almost 1,000 yards with 12 touchdowns. Nice. Defensively, David Long led the team in tackles with 144. Cole Holcomb right behind him with 119. Will Anderson had 17 TFLs. And he led the team in sacks with 16, along with Josh Allen. Deron Payne had 9 sacks. Nice. Jalen Ramsey had 6 interceptions, and then Brisker had 6 also. Heck yeah. David Long had 2, Johnson had 1, Holloman had 1, and Diggs had 1. We're going to be playing against the 9-8 Arizona Cardinals. Their overall is 84, and we're at 91, so we should beat them, but that doesn't mean that we're going to. On the other side, we have the Panthers against the Rams. The Cardinals beat the Giants 22-20. We actually did beat the Cardinals 30-24. We're going to the NFC Conference Championship game against the 11-6 Carolina Panthers. They started out as the number 3 seed. They beat the Vikings 28-20. Then they beat the Rams 29-27. On the other side, we have the Chiefs against the Titans. Playing in Chicago, NFC Championship game, we're down 7-0 in the first. Now it's 7-3 in the second. Now we're down 14-3 in the second. 14-10, 21-10. 21-17, it's been a close game. Third quarter, we're losing by 4. Now it's 28-17, we're losing in the fourth. 28-20, fourth quarter, and we tied it up 28-all, going to overtime. And it looks like we won, going to the Super Bowl overtime. Woo! What was the final score? 31-28, won by a field goal. We're going to be playing against the 13-4 Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They are 88 overall, 88 offense, 89 defense, and then we're still 91 all the way around on offense and defense and our overall. Patrick Mahomes is a 99 X Factor. He threw for almost 5,500 yards, 57 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Dude is freaking ridiculous. See what they did in the playoffs. They were a number 1 seed. They beat the Patriots 42-0. And then they beat the Titans 27-24. Here we are in the Super Bowl. First quarter, we jump up to a 7-0 lead. Looks like we're playing in Miami. Now it's tied. Now we're up 14-7 in the second quarter. Tied 14-all in the third quarter. Now we're losing 17-14. Now we're tied 17-all in the fourth. Now we're up 24-17, and the Chiefs tied it up 24-all fourth quarter. Are we going to overtime? Oh, we won with the field goal at the end. Heck yeah.
Getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Well, Patrick Mahomes definitely outdueled Justin Fields. Patrick Mahomes had a 104 rating, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Justin Fields only a 76 rating, 181 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Rushing yards, David Montgomery had 16 carries for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it looks like he's the one that won the Super Bowl for us. Allen Robinson, Hardman, and Edwards had touchdown catches for the Chiefs. Bears beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 27-24 to win their second ever Super Bowl, and running back David Montgomery won Super Bowl MVP as expected. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with his 57 passing touchdowns. Zach Taylor won Coach of the Year with the Bengals. Najee Harris won Offensive Player of the Year with the Steelers. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. This is what the final team looks like. Justin Fields developed nicely. He's up to a 90 with Superstar Dev. Montgomery's up to Superstar Dev, 92 overall. CeeDee Lamb's a 99 with Star Dev. Mooney lost his Star Dev, but he's still at 89 overall. Claypool lost his Star Dev too, but he's still at 84. Offensive line looks freaking awesome. Cole Kmet's up to a 95 with X Factor. He was pretty much the #1 receiver for us most of the time. Defensively, just looking nasty. We got 3 X Factors. We got a 93 overall Diggs as our cornerback 2. Jalen Johnson's a 90 overall Star Dev cornerback 3. Brisker's up to Superstar Dev, 87 overall. It's crazy how that first team that we had, that was I think it was like the second season, they were 81 overall and they went to the playoffs. But then after that, we were like 84, 85, didn't make the playoffs. Last season, we ended up making it to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, no big deal. That's going to be it for the video. If y'all like what y'all saw, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, make some suggestions down in the comments of other types of rebuilds that you would like to see. I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!